Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Brightspace Community Site webinar. We're excited to have you join us today to find out more about the D2L Partner Team and their App Finder. Now, before we get started today, I just wanted to briefly touch on a few housekeeping notes. So, as you look at the webinar screen in front of you, on your left-hand side, you'll see a chat box where you can interact with each other through conversations and questions. Here you can share feedback and ask any questions you would like to have answered. Dana Armstrong, D2L Partner Program Manager, will happily be answering those questions as we go along. My name is Roxana Levrekovic, and I'm a D2L Community Facilitator. As your Brightspace Community Facilitator, I'm here to help you connect to D2L's technology, services, resources, and content. With a history in higher educational institutions, I joined the D2L team because I'm an avid believer in the power education has to transform lives. Since technology in the world of learning is ever-changing, so are we. We're always looking for ways to improve and listen to our members, so please don't hesitate to contact me should you have any questions or concerns. Now, I'm looking forward to being a part of this Brightspace community with you. I'd like to introduce to you today Paul Janzen. As a Senior Technical Account Solutions Manager, Paul works with the D2L partners find solutions on how to best integrate their tools and content into Brightspace. For customers, he works to make sure that integration, security, and privacy is paramount within partner solutions. Brightspace App Finder is an exciting new way to discover and manage third-party solutions for Brightspace, but it's much more than a typical solutions catalog. By integrating App Finder right into Brightspace, schools can easily promote third-party solutions they use in the learning environment directly to instructors to drive adoption. And for those instructors, App Finder is the best place to discover, request, and learn more about Brightspace integrations. Some of the learning outcomes that you're going to see today are App Finder features for instructors and LMS administrators. You're going to learn more about the benefits to integrate App Finder into Brightspace and how to integrate App Finder into Brightspace. So with that being said, I'd love to pass this off to Paul to get started on his presentation.
Okay, thank you, Roxana. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Let me just advance my slide here. There we go. All right. So as previously stated, we're here today to talk about App Finder, but we want to step back a little bit in terms of how we arrived at launching App Finder at Fusion in Orlando this last June 2015. I started working on the D2L Partners team about 1.5 years ago, and at the start of that time I started really thinking about the D2L Partner team from more from a customer perspective. Prior to working on the D2L's Partner team, I worked in implementation services as an implementation consultant at D2L, and in doing so, I worked hands-on, very, very much together with customers in terms of getting started with Brightspace, and had a lot of experience working with customers. And so I took that experience and that approach in terms of thinking about how do partners, and specifically how does the D2L Partner team work in behalf of our customers, not just on behalf of partners. So the work and the findings and the discussions that myself and other people on my team had with customers realized that this slide really speaks to the experience that a lot of people had when thinking about at least third-party vendors. So people felt stuck in the middle. Maybe it was a gray, rainy November day, and it wasn't feeling too cheerful, and you wanted to integrate a third-party product or content into your Brightspace system, but you were having to broker the discussions and the support issues and the dialogue and the permissions and all these things. You were in between D2L and the vendor. Probably not a great feeling. And in the discussions that we had, again, with customers, We received a lot of feedback. A lot of it was positive, but we certainly wanted to focus on the pain points, the places where our customers were experiencing challenges, where customers were feeling like they were doing more work than they had to, or the aspects of things that were taking a lot of time. And we took that feedback and we were able to categorize it into two main buckets. The first being vendor management issues. So I work on campus, or I work in my school district, and I have a lot of vendors that I need to manage. There are a lot of different publishers, for example, that we work with, a lot of different third-party vendors that my faculty, my teachers are asking me to review and investigate and work with. And there's all these different standards out there. So how do I effectively manage just the numbers of vendors? And then when I actually finally figure out a vendor that I might want to work with, how do I work with them? How do I engage them? Who do I reach out to? How do I know if this integration, even if it's an LTI integration, actually works in Brightspace? So this table, this slide here, hopefully, well, not hopefully, but I'm assuming at least some of these resonate with you if you're a customer of ours. And these are the pain points that we at D2L hope to address in our efforts. So what we can say is we took that feedback and we can say that there is hope. The Brightspace Partner Team is here, and we're here to help. And we took that first slide where you were in the middle, and we really make it into a place where the partnership is where D2L and the partner communicate together. We learn together, we work together so that we can lift you up as a customer, and hopefully you can benefit significantly from the dialogue and the effort between D2L and a partner. So a partner really isn't a third-party vendor. A partner is someone that has an official relationship with D2L and vice versa. Partnerships benefit customers, and I think that is something that was lacking previously in the partner program, and I think myself and my coworkers really understand that that's the fundamental statement that our team needs to work towards. Partnerships benefit customers. So when a vendor becomes a Brightspace partner, these are some of the things that they receive from us that hopefully in turn benefit you. The partner receives their own Brightspace instance to do their development and testing work on. So they no longer need to ask you to test and learn about Brightspace on your site. Now they can use their own. They also receive access to integration consulting. So they get, right at this point in time, they get time with myself where I walk them through what Brightspace is, how LTI or how Valence API works in Brightspace, how they can best set up their integration to support your needs. During that period of time, the partner does have the ability to submit help desk tickets directly to helpdesk.d2l.com. So they receive support, just like you receive support from us, they receive support from us as well. And we also have this amazing thing called the Brightspace Developer Community and the Brightspace Partner Community, which are both sub-communities of the overall Brightspace community. So I was going to challenge Roxana to say, I wonder who's done more blog articles in the overall Brightspace community, she or I. I don't know if I'm winning the race, but I do blog a lot in the developer community and the partner community. So partners benefit from that level of documentation and information. And just to bring it home or hammer it home, the partner team is real people. And this is important for customers to know, is that these 5 smiling faces actually work at D2L, and we're here to serve you, and we're here to serve partners. So we have Colleen in the bottom left. She's our marketing person. Greg is our marketing assistant. He also responds to any emails that go to partners@d2l.com. We've got Dana Armstrong in the top right. She is our partner program manager. So she's the one that keeps everything working tickety-boo with us. Laura Brick is down in the middle there. She's currently on mat leave, but when she comes back in October, she's going to be doing marketing work as well. And I'm Paul. I'm in the bottom right there, and I do more of the technical stuff and lead the team overall. Now, we as people realized that when we looked at the pain point list that we received from customers, that partnership on its own only solved some of the items in the table. So the ones that are in orange, we believe that just having a partnership in place certainly helped solve customers' pain points, but it wasn't significant, or it wasn't enough. And there was a lot more that we could do in order, or realizing that partnership wasn't enough on its own led us to believe that there was more that we could do. So we took these items, we really brainstormed, we worked together as a team, and we came up with App Finder. So that's what the rest of this webinar today is all about. It's about App Finder, which is a new website, a new application that we launched at Fusion this year. If you go to appfinder.brightspace.com right now, you will be able to get to the public view of it, and you can browse along and check it out as I'm talking through the rest of this webinar. But we believe App Finder is our solution to all of the extra pain points around vendor management and discovering how to use an integration within Brightspace. So we'll be getting into a demonstration of App Finder shortly. But here are some of the key features. And one of the key things is that there's both a private and a public experience, which I'm going to reiterate several times during today's webinar. The public experience is the one where if you go into your web browser right now, type appfinder.brightspace.com, click go, that's the public experience. Everyone can see it. All of our customers, competitors, whoever, they can all go there and see what we've got listed in App Finder. But we also offer an integrated view, one where you as a customer can actually integrate App Finder, that very same App Finder, into your Brightspace instance so that you can do more things like customer-specific governance, which is the second bullet point. So that's a big feature that we heard from the customer base, is the ability to promote the App Finder listings or hide them from view from your faculty or your end users. App Finder also provides both D2L validation and community validation of solutions. So we at D2L review the solutions in App Finder, as well as we offer the ability for rating of apps that you have installed in your Brightspace system. The actual App Finder listings themselves contain persona-specific assets. So, for example, if you're an administrator and you go and view an App Finder listing, you should be able to see an administrator video and an instructor video and associated descriptions and documentation. Faculty member or teachers, instructors, they would only see videos that are tailored to them, so they don't need to worry about seeing documentation or information that would only pertain to administrators. App Finder is also not just tailored to LTI-based vendors, which some other solution catalogs out there are specifically focused towards. No, we've made it such that any add-on service, content, product that's available through us to you as customers, all of them are being listed in App Finder. That includes some D2L products and services as well. App Finder provides robust searching capabilities, so if you're looking for a specific feature or function, you can search by that. You don't have to know the name of the company that you're looking for. So that makes it a lot easier for you to find things. And we're really focusing on quality over quantity. We don't want a ton of unvalidated app listings in there that are just going to cause you headaches down the road. So a bit more detail in terms of if you're a Brightspace administrator, here are some of the highlighted features that AppFinder provides to you. Many of those things I've already talked about in the previous slide, but really AppFinder, our goal already, and we're continuing to trend this way, is to make AppFinder a one-stop shop for Brightspace apps so that you don't have to go shopping around or go Google searching. You can just come to AppFinder and know that everything that is possible is listed there. I'm also going to highlight the last bullet point, the request an app to D2L. So as an administrator, if you want us to work with a vendor who's not yet a partner of D2L's, there's a really simple form inside AppFinder that you can fill out, and that'll come straight to us, and we can reach out on behalf of you and make a partnership happen so that you don't have to do that legwork. AppFinder is also for instructors. So when you see in the demonstration that I'm going to perform soon, AppFinder does have a view in the integrated version where if an instructor opens AppFinder, they're going to be able to see the My Apps link, and that shows them all of the apps that administrators on campus have promoted to them as being apps that they're allowed to use. So this makes adoption of third-party solutions or partner solutions or purchase D2L solutions, I suppose, increased. So we increased the adoption. So campuses, school districts, you've invested in these solutions, and you want to make sure that your user base knows about them and is actually using them. Feedback, it means that instructors can tell us and the partner what they think about the app. So if something's not working right, or if they have a feature request, or just, we love this thing, it's easy in AppFinder to get that feedback right back to us and the partner themselves. Instructors, last item here is instructors have the ability to suggest an app. So if they want to work with a specific content provider that's not listed in AppFinder, or if they've seen a really cool ed tech solution out there that they'd love to try, they can fill out the form. It'll go to their administrator for review, so that there's still that level of freedom, but on top of it, a level of governance. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into a demonstration of AppFinder so you can actually see more tactilely what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to zoom in here a little bit into my Brightspace instance. So this is my own personal sandbox site. And right now it's just probably looks somewhat similar to what you have, I hope at least. Pretty straightforward. I'm on the campus homepage or the organization homepage, and I'm logged in as an administrator, so I can administrate this LMS. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the LTI integration to AppFinder is set up properly. So if you're interested in integrating AppFinder into your Brightspace system, we're going to have some follow-up bullet points at the end of this webinar, but you can just send an email to partners@d2l.com and say, I want to integrate my Brightspace instance with AppFinder, and we'll provide you with all these details in terms of how to do so. It's actually quite simple. So as an administrator, I'm going to go into my admin gears here, and I'm going to go to external learning tools. This is where LTI links are set up within Brightspace. Now, don't be shocked or amazed here. I work with LTI vendors all the time, and that's why my sandbox has a ton of them. But I've set up an LTI link into Brightspace App Finder already. I've put in the provided URL that D2L's Partners team can provide to you, added a little description so people know what it is, and I've entered my key and secret information. Again, the D2L Partner team provides that information to you. When you're setting up any LTI tool, it's important to know what the security settings should be. You should be challenging vendors to say that they should require the minimum number of pieces of security information to be sent from your site to their tool. In the case of App Finder, these are the only settings that we really require. Specifically, the user ID is something that we require so we know who you are when you come to App Finder. So very simple to create an external learning tool link within Brightspace. What we recommend then is, I'm going to go back to my home page, is that you add App Finder, the external learning tool link, either to your nav bar or to your home page as a widget. Just to make things simple today, well, actually, I think I'll add a new widget. So we'll go through a little bit of a process here. It shouldn't take too long. Actually, sorry. Manage home pages. I'm going to go to widgets. And actually, you know what? I've already got one created, but let's just take a look at it. So I created a custom widget called Brightspace App Finder. I can apply release conditions if I want to. So if typically what we've seen customers do is apply release conditions so that only administrators and instructors can actually see this widget. So in my site, I haven't applied any release conditions, but hopefully you know what release conditions are and know how easy it is to attach them. Most importantly, here I've added the content, which we provide you with this little Brightspace App Finder logo or image file. And all you have to do is add the external learning tool link into the HTML here and then add the image. We provide a full set of instructions and even a little mini video that walks you through exactly how to do it. It really is simple, but just to highlight how easy it is to add an existing external learning tool link into the widget is you just need to go to Insert Quick Links, which you probably do fairly often. And I go to External Learning Tools, and I choose Brightspace App Finder. So there we go. And I would just then change this into an image, and away we go. So I'm going to cancel that because I already had it all set up really nicely. And I'm going to go back to my home page. And I'm going to now edit my home page. And I am going to add my App Finder widget. So I'm going to add to the top, save and close. And there we go. We've got Brightspace App Finder integrated. So now when I click on it, and again, remember that I'm logged in as an administrator inside my Paul Janzen Brightspace demo.com site. When I open App Finder, it knows that I'm an administrator, and it knows that I came from Paul Janzen .brightspacedemo.com. So it receives those pieces of information when I click on the logo, and it knows to tailor the experience just to me. So this is what App Finder looks like if you haven't been in here before. Pretty simple. We start off with some banner ads, which include the second one here. This one includes a link, find out how, to the Brightspace community. So, and how to actually integrate App Finder. So there's a full administrator guide on the community today. You can easily go in there and find that. In the integrated version, we also have this suggest an app option. So this is the case where if you are an administrator and you are wanting D2L to partner with some vendor or solve some solution through a third-party provider, just fill out this simple form. It'll come straight to us on the partners team, and we'll reach out to that requested vendor right away. We're pretty efficient at that stuff. If your instructors have been submitting feedback to you through this very same form, then that comes to an administrator in AppFinder in this instructor feedback. So you can see here, back on July 23rd, when I was logged in as an instructor, I requested Explorance's Blue product, which is a great little add-on product to Brightspace. So, in fact, why don't I search for that? If I search for the name Explorance, I can find it. I could also search for the word blue. And it went so fast, it found both of these again. So I guess maybe that was the best demonstration, but it's fairly simple. So if I also looked for survey, the list would be a little longer, but Explorance Blue continues to fit the mold there. If I actually look at that particular AppFinder listing, I click on it, and I get more details about Explorance and their Blue product, including a marketing video and documentation in terms of how it works within Brightspace. You can easily go back to the home page. And another feature that we talked about was whitelisting and blacklisting, or actually I haven't used those terms yet in the demonstration today, but I have used the word governance. So in this case, governance means that you as an administrator of Brightspace has the ability to either blacklist or whitelist an app. By blacklisting an app, you basically hide it from other end users when they come into the integrated version of Brightspace. So when instructors come into Brightspace, if I blacklisted this app, they wouldn't even see this ReadSpeaker text aid LTI integration. Or conversely, if you on campus actually have invested and purchased ReadSpeaker text aid LTI integration, or if you want to promote the fact that you want your instructors being aware of this integration, what you can do is whitelist it. So I'm going to do that today. Click on that, and you can see now this app has been whitelisted. And if you can easily change your mind, just go back and remove the whitelist. But that now promotes it to instructors, and I'll show you that piece in 1 second. The other piece that I wanted to highlight in this particular AppFinder listing is that ReadSpeaker has included a marketing video, but they've also included a text aid for administrators video and a text aid for users video. So for myself as an administrator, I can actually watch this video right here in AppFinder, and I can learn more about how ReadSpeaker text aid is integrated into Brightspace. And conversely, I can see how an instructor would actually use it within Brightspace. Because I have whitelisted this AppFinder listing, I now also have the ability to submit reviews on it. So I can actually rate it, 3 stars or 5 stars, whatever it might be, and put more information in, including what your review is. And this information will be sent back to D2L and, in this case, the vendor ReadSpeaker. The last thing I'm going to highlight in this demonstration here is I'm going to go back to the home page. I've been talking about this governance or this promotion. This is all included in this My Apps link. So you as an administrator or your instructors can come in, click on the My Apps link, and see all of the whitelisted apps immediately. So here's the ReadSpeaker text aid AppFinder listing that I just promoted or I just whitelisted during today's webinar. We are planning later this year to have an option for AppFinder to be opened by instructors directly to the My Apps page to even further increase awareness and adoption of whitelisted apps. We have a lot of other ideas about ways that we can improve AppFinder and make it an even better experience and more valuable to both campus administrators, campus faculty and teachers, instructors, as well as to our partners. We can't forget about them. There's got to be value for them as well. We are receiving feedback in D2L's Product Idea Exchange, so our PI, which is accessible through the Brightspace community as well. So if you have ideas and suggestions on how we can make App Finder even better, feel free to go to PI and let us know. So I am going to just jump out of my live demo and back into PowerPoint land here. One of the things that we as partners have heard from customers is, well, should we be pointing these third-party vendors to D2L to partner? You know, like how, that sounds like it would be a difficult process or expensive or something like that, and we're leery of doing so. And I think if I could highlight beyond App Finder, an important thing to you as customers is to understand that partnering with D2L is simple, super simple. And remember a few slides ago, our smiling faces, we're friendly, we make it easy to join the partner program. So you should not hesitate to say to a vendor, I am not willing to work with you until you become a D2L partner. And if they balk at that, then this slide right here should help them understand that they really have no reason not to. And that is that we have a few different levels of partnership with D2L. The first one is an integration validation level. So if the vendor is straight up LTI, if they're an LTI tool provider, they can sign up for free. So there's zero cost to you, obviously. There's zero cost to the vendor. They get access to a 60-day trial course from Brightspace where they can validate that their LTI solution works within Brightspace. If they want a little bit more, including time to get some developer consulting and access to the Brightspace community, then we do offer network and select partner levels. The bulk of our partners are at the network level, where the fee to become a network partner is $500 a year. So that isn't too significant in terms of saving you as a customer time and money. It's a small investment that goes a long way. The network partnership level really is great for LTI, API, or remote plugin solutions. They get access to their own Brightspace sandbox, so exactly the same level of access as I was showing during today's webinar, the same level of access that you as a Brightspace customer have. They get their full Brightspace instance that they can develop and test and use for their own purposes. And lastly, they get access to App Finder. So as soon as they've proven to us that their solution works and they understand how to integrate with Brightspace, we help these partners create their App Finder listings. So then again, we have a one-stop shop of all these integrations for you, our customers. So here's the last slide for today, and this is the next steps. This is what, if you're interested in integrating App Finder into your Brightspace instance, this is what you have to do. Pretty simple. First of all, send an email to partners@d2l.com and ask for your App Finder key and secret. Or just say, I want to integrate App Finder. Can you help me? We'll send you the information, the installation guide. We'll point you at the administrator guide. We'll do everything you need. You just need to create the external learning tool link and the navbar link or the widget, and away you go. Simple as that. That was step 2, integrate it into your Brightspace instance. Once it's integrated, now App Finder knows who you are, what campus, what customer you're from, and you can start whitelisting and blacklisting apps to increase the awareness and adoption of those solutions within your customer base. And last but not least, we want that feedback. So our partners want that feedback, so please fill out the review forms in App Finder. Let them know what you think of their solutions. And we want to know what you think about App Finder. So like I said, go to PI and let us know how we can improve, and also use that finder to submit requests in terms of vendors that you want D2L to partner with. So I'd like to thank everyone for your time today, and I think I'm going to hand it over to Roxana.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for that wonderful presentation. So I did just want to put it out there that if anyone had any questions, now would be a great time to ask if you haven't had a chance to just fill it out in the chat box on the left-hand side. So feel free to do that while I'm wrapping up here. And if we do come across anything, either Paul can answer or Dana will answer directly. But in the meantime, I did want to say thank you all so much for participating in today's webinar. I really hope that everyone got a lot out of this session and time with Paul and Dana. All these webinars are recorded and added to the archive list on the Brightspace Community site webinar page, so you can happily feel free to re-watch or share at a later date should that better suit your needs. And with that being said, I just want to say all the best to everyone on the rest of your day, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much.